Well, welcome everybody. Hey, welcome everybody back to my channel. It's the Wingnut, and as you can see, it's a glorious November day in Norfolk, Virginia, specifically in the Ocean View neighborhood, which is my neighborhood. And yeah, kind of have a little bit of a rant today. So not so much as a topic, as I just kind of want to vent. So I live in Ocean View, got a house and a garage, and my place stretches from one street to the next, so it goes the length of the block. Now the block's not very long, so my driveway is in the back. The back of my driveway faces a local school. As you've seen from a few of my videos, me pulling out, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm having a little bit of an issue. The next problem I'm having is in the front is there's no driveway. It's just street frontage. So if you're going to park, you're going to park on the street, which is where we'd usually park, and then I keep the truck in the back and I can get in and out of the garage with the bike. But for the last couple years, I've been having a small problem. It's actually started off as kind of an annoyance, and has really become very aggravating to me. Is when people come to pick up their or drop off their kids, they're parking their cars in my driveway. Which, most days I'm not home, but they do it so often that when I am home and I say, hey, can you please not do that? They're like, oh, I do it all the time. That's my driveway. You're blocking me in where I can't get out with my truck, or I can't get out with my bike, or I can't get in. This is not your property. You shouldn't be parking there. Or they'll park in a way that I can't get in and out of my driveway because they're blocking it lengthwise. Now, in the city of Virginia, that's illegal. They cannot do that. And, for the most part, if someone's sitting in their car and say, hey, can you please move? You're blocking my driveway. For the most part, people move. I get a smart ass every now and then. But it's apparently it happens all the time. And the people who park and get out and leave their vehicle there for 45 minutes and I can't come and go, well, that's a problem. And I've spoken to most of them because I can't go anywhere. I'm sitting there with my truck or sitting there with the bike, and I can't get out because they block my neighbors' driveways, they block my driveway, they're parked all along the street, so I can't take it off over the curb. And occasionally you get people that are a little bit of less than stellar. That's a good term, less than stellar. Either in their response or their attitude, or the fact that I've asked them not to fence me in, so to speak. And I've called the police. I called the non-emergency number because that's not a 911 call. And if traffic department has somebody they can send out, they'll send out. But generally, by the time I've called, it's 45 minutes to an hour before a traffic department police officer is available. So in the case, they've already come and gone. And then I've lodged a complaint with the traffic division. I've lodged a complaint with dispatch. And, some of my neighbors, it is what it is. And I don't mind if people are picking up their kids. It's my personal property. And you're preventing me from coming or going from my property because you don't want to walk an extra 20 feet. And that bothers me because it's respecting other people's property. The other one is when people get in and out of their cars and they dump the trash out. Now, if something falls out of a vehicle, man, I get it. It happens. But every day I'm picking up trash where people will purposely clean their car out on the street. And of course the wind just blows it in my yard. And like I said, it's not just me, it's my neighbors too. And we've all made complaints, and I've actually gone in and talked to the school itself. Say, hey, can you just ask the parents not to do that? That'd be great. Of course, the school's response was, it's not our problem. Which brings me back to another issue. Some of the employees of the school were using my flower bed as a smoke pit. Couldn't figure out why nothing was growing right there. And now I know. While I was on leave this last time, I actually was home and caught them walking over, and they park they can't smoke on school grounds. So they'll park next on my side of the road because it's a one-way street, and they will walk around to the backside where the cameras that are on the back of the school can't see them. They will stand in that little area next to my flower bed and sit down in my flower bed because it's raised about 3 feet and smoke. Now that, once again, what the hell? I was taught at a young age you respect other people's property. You don't trespass. It's a good way to, get yourself in trouble. Or in some cases, shot. Now, I haven't threatened anybody. I haven't done anything malicious. So far, I've gone the nice route instead of ask people not to do it. And it's getting to the point to where I may have to send a certified letter to the principal and the school board about their employees. The thing about the parents parking, I can't do a lot about it, other than call the police and ask them to come. And I've had a lot of very hilarious yet not useful advice from my coworkers and friends, which pretty much tell me to slash their tires or do nefarious things to their car, which I can't do personally. I'm not going to bash their shit up because they're an asshole. I will have it towed. That's one thing for damn sure, is I will definitely call a tow truck. But once again, the tow truck's got to get out there at a certain amount of time. And I really don't want to do that to somebody who's there just picking up their kids, but it's getting to the point where it's not different cars every day. For the most part, it's the same vehicles. And I was talking to one of my neighbors about it, and it really aggravates him as well. But what he did, got a little slick right there. It's been raining all day, and it's just now drying out. But what he did, which I kind of refuse to do, is when he gets off work, will stop at the store up the street, get himself a coffee, and finish his paper. It's such a headache that people, my neighbors all, with the exception of me, have changed their routine just to avoid having to deal with folks blocking their driveways. And no one cares about the road frontage or curbside parking. No one gives a shit about that because that's perfectly legal and okay. But people not being able to use their driveways. Now, I will say this, when we first bought the house, my wife did say she didn't want to live next to the school because of things like this. And I wasn't very smart and I didn't listen. And now I'm being very aggravated for not listening. And I am terribly sorry that I didn't listen to my wife. I won't live next to a school again because of this. Period. Ever. But hey, you know what? That's the end of my rant. I appreciate you guys listening. I know you probably wanted something a little bit more humorous or whatnot, but do me a favor. Don't trespass. Respect people's property. And hey, it is what it is. I hope you guys had a good one. I hope you guys had a good Halloween. Mine was awesome. I'll throw a picture up right here of my outfit. And I want to wish you the best. So like, dislike, subscribe. It's on you. Have a good one.